Hey, have you ever thought about the apartheid era in South Africa? It's such a significant period in history, and the impact it had on the people there was immense.
Absolutely. Apartheid was a dark chapter in South Africa's history. The institutionalized racial segregation and discrimination that took place during that time were truly horrifying. The policy not only affected the lives of millions of black South Africans, but also had far-reaching consequences globally.
I completely agree. The apartheid era officially began in 1948 and lasted until the early 1990s. For over 4 decades, the government enforced discriminatory laws that limited the rights and freedoms of black South Africans in every aspect of life.
Yes, and one of the most infamous aspects of apartheid was the forced removals of non-white populations from their homes. Thousands of people were forcibly relocated from their communities, often losing their homes, businesses, and connections to their heritage and culture. The psychological and emotional trauma inflicted on these individuals and families is immeasurable.
The segregation was not just physical, but also extended to education, healthcare, and employment opportunities. Black South Africans were denied access to quality education and healthcare services, leading to a significant disparity in social and economic development between different racial groups.
Right, and the apartheid regime also controlled the media, suppressing any opposition or criticism. People were arrested, tortured, and killed for speaking out against the government. The censorship stifled the voices of those who sought justice and equality.
The international community responded with widespread condemnation and economic sanctions against South Africa. Organizations and individuals around the world stood in solidarity with the oppressed South Africans, demanding an end to the apartheid system.
Absolutely. The anti-apartheid movement gained momentum globally. Activists, politicians, and ordinary people joined forces to raise awareness about the injustices in South Africa. Icons like Nelson Mandela became symbols of resistance and hope, inspiring millions of people to fight against racial discrimination and inequality.
Mandela's story is truly inspiring. He spent 27 years in prison for his anti-apartheid activities and emerged as a beacon of reconciliation and forgiveness. His release in 1990 marked a turning point in South Africa's history, leading to negotiations between the government and anti-apartheid leaders.
Mandela's role in the peaceful transition to democracy cannot be overstated. In 1994, South Africa held its first multiracial elections, and Mandela was elected as the country's first black president. It was a momentous occasion, symbolizing the end of apartheid and the beginning of a new era of equality and democracy.
The dismantling of apartheid paved the way for significant reforms in South Africa. The new government implemented policies to address historical injustices, promote social cohesion, and uplift previously disadvantaged communities. However, the legacy of apartheid still lingers, and the country continues to face challenges related to poverty, inequality, and racial tensions.
That's true. While apartheid formally ended decades ago, its effects are still felt today. The process of healing and reconciliation is ongoing, and the people of South Africa are working hard to build a more just and equal society. The apartheid era serves as a stark reminder of the importance of promoting tolerance, understanding, and acceptance among all people, regardless of their race or ethnicity.
Definitely, the lessons from the apartheid era should not be forgotten. It reminds us of the resilience of the human spirit and the power of unity in the face of injustice. By acknowledging the past and learning from it, we can strive to create a future where everyone is treated with dignity and respect, irrespective of their background.